Hi, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies, and this is the Decree HD. Now, when PSE in 2015 had a decree, they had a fast decree. This is not the fast one, this is the smooth one. So this had very smooth cams. So this is a hybrid cam. The other one was a hybrid cam, but this one's a different hybrid cam, if that makes sense. So this was round here. The other one had a module at the top. So this was more like a sort of single cam. So there's different types of hybrid cams, right? I'm probably not explaining this well. So most of the hybrid cams, they have a cam top, cam bottom, they're different. This almost have a round wheel at the top. So you can see this is completely round here. So this was a bit of a cross at the time with a single cam, but a little bit faster than a single cam. Single cams were all the rage when this boat came out. It had a limb stop just there. So this touched the limb. And you also had a cable stop down the bottom, right? So you can see the draw length is just the same, how you adjust it. Metal limb pockets. The rise is a bit lighter. I'm going to guess it's a bit over 4 pounds, 32 inches. It was a HD. I'm not sure what a HD stood for. 32 inches. So maybe when PSE came out with the 2025 decree, they were more thinking about this one. I don't know. This is not one that sticks in my mind. The fast one sticks in my mind. The cable guard was like this plastic material, and this was interesting because PSE went through a whole series of different cable guards. They went through fiberglass. They went through fiberglass with plastic sheathing on it to make it smoother, and they went for a plastic, and they went then for metal, and anyway, there was a whole series of different cable guards. So this one here, you could adjust the tension on this, so how much it flexes in by moving it in and out, because it was on a pivot here. 2 rear stabilizers here. It was a film dip process, which is probably pretty much the same. Multiple sight holes. Now, in my reviews, I say it'd be nice if PSE had limb locking. This decree had limb locking. So when I sort of say stuff, it's because PSE had it before, and it seems quite simple. It's like built into the limb pocket, and then they got away from it. So I kind of like this. There might be a reason why they don't have this now, but I think this was good. It was simple. It worked well. These were the limb dampeners. These things were a pain. They used to slide all over the place. Now this bow's like 10 years old, so the customer's obviously been happy with them. The bow looks in pretty good condition. It's been used a fair bit. I'm going to guess these are a set of strings we made. Would have been a while ago because they don't look like original ones, so we're going to have a shot. Now this has got a QAD arrow rest. I don't know what the draw length, I don't know what the poundage is. It's a 70-pound bow and it's wound down a bit, so I'm hoping that this is okay for me to pull back and just get that away. This should be quite smooth. It was interesting, I drew back an old Supra, a 2015 Supra at 60 pounds, and it was actually quite hard to draw. I found it quite hard to draw, where the 60-pound decree for 2025 was quite easy to draw because it's got big cams. This has got quite big cams, so I suspect this will be okay to draw. So it's quite very smooth, and then it just sort of drops into the valley. I'm going to take the shot. Now, the thing that's different, it feels significantly slower than the new decree. And the thing that's different is the amount of vibration. So this has got a stabilizer on it. And I heard a little crack, but might just be the limbs bedding in. But it feels slow. It feels slow, and it's like, it's not. Now at the time, 10 years ago, this would have been the bee's knees of bows. Because in this era, 10 years ago, the bows weren't as good as they are today. I'm going to guess 10 years ago, this bow was probably around $800, $900. New decree is around 1900. So more than double is my guess. The grip, I really like the grip. So this is the traditional PSE grip. It's not too skinny, not too fat. Look, I almost prefer this grip than the 2025 grip, but feels very familiar to me because I used to shoot all these bows all the time. PSE use the same grip on all their bows. It's just a nice, comfortable grip. But I'll try and get this bow so you can sort of see what happens when you shoot it. The draw cycle's great. You see it just move. Like, it's not horrible to shoot. It's not horrible. So if you you can pick up one of these second hand, you're not going to be unhappy. It's just not like the new bows. Like, they put a fair bit of tension on the limbs. So it just doesn't feel very fast. Not compared to the new bows that feel. I'm going to say some of the difference is going to be the shorter limbs. So now they've got shorter limbs and more parallel limbs. So they've moved these risers longer. So the risers are longer. The angle here is different. Now the thing which, I don't know if you noticed, so this is obviously not my bow, but the customers whose bow this is, like, my anchor point and his anchor point are completely different. So I anchor down here, so my arrow is sort of somewhere here. The peep sight for me would need to be up here, right? So I'm going to say, to shoot long distance, the further down your anchor is, the further distance you can shoot. So anyway, that's the Decree from a few years ago. We'll go back and see if I can shoot some groups with it. I think I'll shoot it perfectly fine. Let's go back. Okay, so I'm back at 18 now. I've got a little button, a little target pin in the target I put below the target because my arrow went so high. So I haven't actually hit the target yet, but I'm going to aim at that, and hopefully the arrows will go in the middle, right? So because I didn't want to adjust his sight. So I'm more interested in the group rather than the I'm more interested in the group rather than whether they're in the middle in all my videos. So I'm hearing a little creak. Now, if you've got one of these videos and you hear a little creak, sometimes it can be the module down the bottom creaking. So just watch it because it can be something loose. Sometimes it can be like in here, it's just a bit dry, and so just assume we'll be fine. Now with these old bows, you should be able to shoot absolutely fine with them. Really, very little difference with a modern bow today. It's just the modern bows today are just, I'm going to say, so easy to shoot, no vibration. This is quite enough. It's just the new ones are a bit better. How much better. Like, as far as accuracy concerned, I feel like probably the newer bows are a little bit more accurate, but it's generally in the way they feel. Now with my arrows, has one vein on it, so Now, if you hadn't shot one of the new bows, this bow would be perfectly fine. The problem is for me, I've shot the new bows, I know the new bows are better, right? So for me, if you've got an old bow like this, and the problem I have with old bows like this, you know, if I own them, I know the new bows are better, there's nothing wrong with them, you shoot perfectly fine with them. And it's like, but the new ones are better. So you're probably never going to shoot the old one again because the new bow's just better. And why would you shoot a bow that's not as good? Now I'm wobbling around a bit. Definitely more than with the Decree yesterday, with the new Decree. I'm going to say there's meant to be more wind, but I feel like there's less. So I'm not getting blown around like I was the other day with the Decree. It's meant to be terrible weather, so it's a bit weird. Now, I just mentioned this is my mechanic's car. Now my car had a problem. My Mercedes always has a problem, and it's not a bad car. It just has little problems, and anyway, the rear sensor went in the wheel. So then the car's immobilized, and I'm like, bugger this, I'm getting rid of the car. Right? I love the car, it's a V8, and I'm like, I'm just over it. Anyway, the sensor's $70. And he fitted it, Dave fitted the sensor. I'm going to say it probably took him 10 minutes. And let's say it took him 15 minutes. Incredibly fast. Like and I probably could have done it myself, but it probably would have taken me 2 hours because I don't know what I'm doing and I don't have the same tools. And it's just all scary to me. Now, I feel like working on bows is pretty much the same. So when it comes, like this peep sight is definitely a peep sight I would have tied in because it's the way I tie in peep sights, right? So when you do something all the time, you're just significantly faster at it than someone who doesn't have the tools and doesn't know what they're doing. Alright, let's go up and have a look at the arrows. Now, the thing which I found interesting, to get my little dot to point in the middle, it's kind of moving around like this, where the other day with the Decree, with the 2025 Decree, it just sat in the middle. And it's, I don't know if it's me or what, some bows they just sit in the middle and some bows they just bounce around a bit. So let's go and have a look at the group. I'm up here on the target and the wind's starting to come in now. It's meant to be extremely hot today, with really strong winds, high fire damage, but it's actually quite cool and the winds aren't too bad, so I don't know. Anyway, so this is the group. This is a very good group. This is as good, it's as good as anything I shoot with any modern bow. So you're going to say, well, why do I need a modern bow? And what I'm going to, and I probably started this video saying, look, the old bows are fine, they shoot good scores. It draws back fantastic, it's smooth, it's got a limb stop so it's rock solid in the wall, half inch adjustments. Look, you'll probably pick up a Decree for $500 Australian, maybe less. The difference is that vibration. When you shoot, you feel a little bit of vibration. Look, you could take that out with some, you know, like a better stabilizer and some dampeners. But basically it's the design. They've changed the design. They've made this riser longer, they've made these limbs shorter, they've moved this angle up here, and it just gets rid of vibration. The cams are a bit different now. I don't know if that Like this group is good. That's 18 meters. It's a good group. It'd be good with my target bow, that group. And you know, I'm obviously not using a peep, but I'm just pulling back and I'm aiming at this little white thing down here. You can see it. It's a little white thing just down there. Like it's fine. Fine bow. I'm going to get back. I'm going to say always it gets back to the archer. Shoot more, be more consistent, and just work on yourself as an archer. Work on improving stuff. Work on getting stronger. Work on getting fitter. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that group. So with that, be safe and be healthy. Thanks for watching. Bye.